Okay, hi guys. So I actually planned on filming properly today, except I got to the office and then realized that I completely forgot my camera. So yeah, we're gonna have to make do with the photo booth, and I don't even know whether this will upload. So we'll give it a go. I'm really sorry if this is terrible quality. I've never used it before, except for like making stupid videos with my girlfriends in my room when we were like 14 and we thought we could dance. Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick question and answer video with you today. I asked you all to submit some questions to my Tumblr, which is The Sun Came Out to Play, and I got a lot more than I thought, so I'm not going to be able to answer all of your questions. I'm really sorry. Let's start at the top. How do you find so many people to hang out with when you go overseas? To be honest, it's just about being open and receptive. So if you just literally tell yourself that you want to be open to meet new people and to try new things and to do new things, those kind of things come to you. That sounds really cheesy and kind of like hippie la la kind of thing, like the universe gives you what you ask for, but I honestly do believe that to some degree, or to a fairly deep degree, to be honest. I think your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you're friendly and you're kind and you smile at random strangers and you start conversations, you never know where those conversations may lead. Especially like that's honestly where it is. It's just about starting conversations with people. And then they'll be like, oh, have you been to this place? And you'll be like, no, I haven't. Like, you should take me. And they'll be like, okay. And then they'll be like, I've got these other friends who want to come. And then you meet those people. And then those people introduce you to new people. And then it's all just about being open and connecting with new people and just understanding that everyone's got so many beautiful and unique traits, and that we can connect with at least a part of every other person. So it's really just about being open, I suppose. And if you find it that hard to connect with people, to go up and to start a conversation, you can always do it online as well. You can always, not in like a creepy way, not as in like meet me outside your apartment in like half an hour, but more like message someone who you've been, who you feel you might resonate with, or someone who you know lives in that area, and just be like, hey, I'm going to be in or around your suburb or your state or wherever you may be, your country even, have you got any recommendations for me? And they'll probably be able to give you so and so to do, and this and that to see, and here and there to eat, those kind of things. And yeah, so it's just about going with the flow, I suppose. I wanted to ask you when you started yoga and whether you've been flexible before. I'm just starting my yoga journey. Lots of love from Germany. You should totally visit one day. Well, I would absolutely love to visit one day. And until then, I am going to send you my love via the internet. So when did I start my yoga journey? I started my yoga journey, I suppose, a little bit over 2 years ago. What is your biggest regret and your best choice? That's a very good question. My biggest regret? Wow. I guess the way that I treat my family sometimes. They are always there for me, and I'm so quick to dismiss that or to take it for granted because I know that they're going to love me unconditionally. People aren't permanent. We're not here forever, and yeah, I think I need to remember that more often. And my best choice would probably, to be honest, to be leaving school when I did. I left school at 16 and pretty much went straight to uni. I got early acceptance, and I think that was best for me at the time. I think it's really what I needed, because it kind of did distance me from the whole gossip scene, and I didn't have any desire to go out and party and to drink after that. Like that, mind you, that did come hand in hand with depression, but now I know myself properly, and those kind of things just they're not me, they don't fit with me, they don't resonate. So I'm glad that I was able to kind of, just disassociate myself from those kind of things at an early age. It did mean that I did also feel a little bit distanced from my friends and stuff like that at the time, and it was a time where I did feel very lonely and isolated. But again, that was self-inflicted, so I can't blame leaving school on that. If I had wanted to maintain my friendships properly, I could have. Mind you, I still have so many of my friends from high school and from school in general. I feel like most of the friendships that I have were all very real and deep friendships. They weren't half-assed. So if I see someone, it's nothing's changed. Even if I haven't seen them in years, I see them and it's all exactly the same, and we pick up from exactly where we left off. And that's the best thing about true friendship, if you ask me. It was a Christian school, so I suppose the vibe there is a little bit more welcoming and inviting than it is at a public school. And I don't mean that in like a discriminatory, you know what I mean, discriminatory way, whatever. But just like generally speaking, I do feel that the vibes and the atmosphere at a private school, or the private school that I was at, were generally a little bit more open and welcoming. Yeah. Hi Sienna, how are you today? I just wanted to ask, how do you keep your skin clear? P.S. I really hope to meet you one day. I would love to meet you as well. How do I keep my skin clear? It's just morely about keeping it natural. When I travel, I actually tend to wear a little bit more makeup than I would when I'm home. When I'm home, I don't really wear makeup. Like, I'm not wearing anything now. I just got out of the pool, hence why my hair is absolutely disgusting. I think staying in the salt water helps a lot. Staying hydrated, definitely. Exercise to kind of sweat out anything that your body doesn't want in there, and all the foreign kind of chemicals and toxins. But number one, I would say would definitely have to be to do with your diet. It's just about maintaining a clean diet. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the be-all and end-all of health. You don't have to epitomise health. You just have to try to refrain from packaged foods and from high-sugar foods. Trying to stick to whole foods is always best. So as many fruits and vegetables and grains as you possibly can. Anything that's not in a packet, anything that you would be able to find if you were out there on your own and there was no such thing as a grocery store. Those kind of things are the things that you should be fueling your body with. Because if you think about it, we are living organisms, right? We're living. We're full of living, millions and millions and billions of living cells. So to replenish and refuel those cells, we should be giving ourselves more alive whole foods, right? Other things, other living cells, plants, plant-based foods, those kind of things. That's my personal opinion. Hey Sienna, I was wondering how you manage to be so happy all of the time. I love you heaps. Well, I love you too. To answer your question though, how do I manage to be so happy all the time? I want to say it's a choice, but I know firsthand that isn't always the case. Being depressed for a while meant that I am full aware of the fact that sometimes happiness isn't a choice, and that depression and being that upset is a chemical imbalance. I completely understand that because I've been there, trust me. But nowadays, I feel like after getting my hormones and my chemicals back in balance, I can now say that there are definitely days where I'm imbalanced still, and that I feel like completely overwhelmed with stress and things to do, and that I can't deal with it. But in saying that, at the same time, I just have to take a second to breathe and just realize that this isn't how I have to be. I can recognize these stresses, and I can go, this is really stressful. It's hard, but I'm going to choose to think of it one thing at a time, get things done, and smile about it, because stressing isn't going to make the problem any easier. Being unhappy isn't going to make the problem easier or to go away. It's just going to make you unhappy and make the problem actually more stressful if you think about it. So I also think yoga has been one of the biggest helps for me personally, and I find that if I don't do yoga, I feel like the people around me can tell. I feel like they're like, whoa, dude, she's wired. She needs to go do some yoga. Just to get in the Zen den for a while and just relax and breathe. Especially the people who are around you as well. So if you find that you surround yourself intentionally with people who uplift you and they support you and love you, and you can give them love as well, because giving is just as important as taking, if not more important. The more you give, it kind of gives back to you anyway. Does that make sense? Like, if you give, it makes you feel good. It gives you endorphins and gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment. If you went high carb, low fat, you wouldn't need coffee anymore. But I don't drink coffee a lot. I drink tea. I'm obsessed with tea, and not even the caffeinated stuff, like peppermint tea. I'm a peppermint tea girl. I'm not a coffee drinker. When I was away in America, I'm not huge on drinking coffee or alcohol, to be honest, at all. So when I went away with Jera, just recently to the United States, she was like, we're going to go out partying at least like 5 times. I made two, by the way, 2, yeah. I did go out one night sober, but so 3 in total. But yeah, coffee was one of those things I was trying to drink. But I don't exactly enjoy it. I don't not enjoy it either. I prefer tea. So I've been trying to drink coffee just because, I don't know why. It appealed to me at the time, and I was like, YOLO, I'm going to try it. And so the first one I had was around Christmas time this year, actually, ever. First coffee I had. And I was like jittering. I was trying to wrap a Christmas present, and it was just a regular box, so it should have been really easy. And I could not do it for the love of me. For the love of me, for the life of me, whatever. I couldn't do it. I was trying so hard, and I was like, "Ugh!" And then my brother walked in and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I got to go for a run. So I was wrapping bikini presents in my bikinis, and I literally just took off out the door, ran like 12 kilometers the other day, and when I came back, I'd run obviously 12 kilometers back. That was a long way. That was more than a half marathon. That was really hard. But it didn't occur to me because I was like, I've got so much energy. And then I still couldn't sleep that whole night. So yeah, that was an experience and a half, to say the least.